Many school systems across Connecticut have been forced to go to remote learning because of staffing issues that have arisen out of challenges from COVID-19. But that has opened up the door to a new initiative called Step Up Connecticut.
We know how incredibly important it is for our children to be in school right now, our youngest especially.
To that end, the State Department of Education is now permitting current college students to step up as substitutes.
Having two parents who are in education, I was able to see early on, just kind of growing up in that sort of environment, that helping kids is something that was something that I wanted to be a part of.
The Cheshire Superintendent's Office alerted former students of this opportunity just last Wednesday.
We had 35 applications by Monday. It really speaks to the commitment of our younger population across Connecticut.
A 2020 Cheshire High grad says she feels it's her moral obligation to assist during such an uncomfortable, turbulent time.
Because, I graduated last year, so I understand how crazy it was when we made the transition to remote learning.
I'm so proud that compared to all my neighboring states, Connecticut, your child is more likely to have an opportunity for in-classroom education.
It's something that I have become passionate about because education is truly a gateway to so much more.
College students hired would primarily be used to supervise classrooms of teachers who are teaching remotely, but they may also be used as actual trained substitutes. In Hartford, Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.